Okay, Henry's Hard Soda made with cane sugar. Hard ginger ale, 4.2% alcohol, introduced in 2016. Might have been late 2015, but 2016 for pretty much everybody here at 10 o'clock a.m. Blitz Weinhardt Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's MillerCoors. 4.2% alcohol, 215 calories. Gee whiz. They talk about the history of Blitz Weinhardt, 1887, Henry Weinhardt. They were bought out by Pabst, and then back, I don't know, in the 80s. And then when Pabst made their blockbuster deal in 1999 buying out Stroh's, they were forced to, from what I can understand, it was an attempt by Miller to then buy out Pabst, but there was antitrust issues, so they were forced to only get Stroh's, and they turned over a lot of their assets to Miller, like all their breweries, and many of their brands, including the Blitz Weinhardt brands, and Mickey's and Old English 800 and other things like that. All right, doesn't say this is a beer. It says hard soda. This might be the last of these things I ever do. After I bought the 2 cans, the orange and the ginger ale, I was like, why did I buy this? I don't really like them. Although I thought the orange was very well done. I just don't really like these products. It's like every time I drink one, a little bit of me dies. So, and I think you could be drinking a real beer. So I know they have a market, and people like them and all that. I'm not disparaging them. It's just not me. I got to remember to renew my Action Comics, Superman, Batman, and Detective Comics subscription. They're about to run out. So I can have the continuous purchasing going back to May 1986. I haven't missed a month since May of 86. It was almost continuous from about 1975 until now, but there was sporadic buying, and I had times where I just said I'm giving it up. No more comic books. And then I remember in May of 86 I started again. My daddy was like, "You doing that again?" I was like, I can't help it. Okay, you can see what happened with the head. It is hanging around a little bit, a little residue of it. It's clear, very clear, with a bit of greenish yellow hue, I guess that is. Some little chunks of sediment there. It's clear mostly and bubbly. So more of a yellowish appearance, but some green picked up, I think. Smells like ginger ale. And then the orange, I didn't pick up much alcohol, and I don't think I'll pick up much alcohol here. Does seem to have a little underneath beer aroma, though. They're not saying it's a malt beverage, but it almost smells like there's malt, barley malt. I don't know. I know Kentucky Brew Reviews was saying that on the side of the bottle it said malt beverage. Oh, here we go. Malt beverage with natural flavors right there on the can. There you go. That's why I was picking up that beer undercurrent, because it's there. But I noticed Rate Beer wasn't even allowing this or the orange to be rated on their site because it says it doesn't really fit the profile of beer. And I don't think it does. It's in the same vein as your Smirnoff and your those other alternatives. I've never tried any of those, but I have tried the Mike's Hard line, and those are alternatives. You can see it's very sunny out here. Dry. There's medium mouthfeel, little slickness to it, little breadiness, believe it or not. It's there. And the ginger ale, the sugar, cane syrup. I like cane sugar. You get the good get the Coca-Colas with the, apparently the yellow cap. That's the kosher ones for Passover. They're made with cane sugar, not this corn syrup. And you can buy the Steens pure cane syrup. That's from Abbeville, Louisiana. So the finish is on the dry side. It's in the mouth. You get that kind of that dichotomy there with these beers. They'll have a sweet flavor but a dry finish, which doesn't comport really, but it happens. Don't really pick up any alcohol. It's like the orange. It's a extremely well-made carbonated soda, quasi-soda concoction. For those who like soft drinks or soda or pop or soda pop, whatever you want to call it, it should be really fine. It's an A. It's a most excellent product in that genre, or of that genre, but it's not for me. That's a danger we get into when we review. We'll say something is not for me, so therefore it's not good. And it's really, that's not the way you should look at it. The real question is it a quality product? And this is. And I'll go back and forth with people, usually almost always in a positive interaction on YouTube, and they'll say, I didn't like that beer, and I say I did, or vice versa, and I say, but you know, that's a personal preference thing. It's not a quality issue. You can tell when you run across low quality beers and alternatives. It'll shine through because they'll just taste, you know, bad and cheap and horrible. Think of Game Day Ice as a good example of that. Or Frio Light, or Gold Mine Lager. Those are just poorly done. So, if you want to try it, I would recommend it. Go for it, and you're probably going to like it if this is your thing. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to sunny, relatively warm, southeastern Louisiana.